The Topiary Cat, Chapter 18, Explanations. Back from school, Richard could hardly wait to see what events had happened since he left. Tolly was there waiting by the gate again, and led the boy straight to the Topiary Cat. Would the lad's sculpted bush talk to him again, he wondered? The giant green cat didn't stir at first, not until Tolly mewed softly. The Topiary Cat seemed to wake from its reverie and looked down at the pair with benevolent eyes. "Ah, there you are, young Master Richard, with brave Tolly at your side, just as it should be. I hope the task I set you didn't scare you too much. You and your grandfather did find the missing men." "Oh yes, thanks to you. We had such an adventure, and we met the bronze cat in Haythorpe Wood too, and we—" "You don't need to tell me what happened, Richard. I was there, speaking to you through the bronze sculpture in my image, just as I'm doing now with your Topiary Cat. You, your grandfather, and your mother are key to all this. The tasks I shall set you are of utmost importance. I shall have to speak to Baba again soon. I have already spoken to your mother today." "What? You talk with Mummy too, Bastard?" Richard was a little disappointed at this. He would have liked to have kept the talking Topiary Cat to himself. It did, however, make life easier, because his clandestine chats would be a little less nerve-wracking now. "The missions I shall assign to you now are not so immediate, Richard, nor so frightening. They are much more important, however, and may affect your whole life. But it will not be easy, and less empathic mortals may try to dissuade or even force you from pursuing them. Please tell your grandfather I wish to speak with him urgently before Falcon." At last he would be able to find out how a bird of prey could possibly be involved in these events. "What is a falcon, please, Bastard? It's been mentioned before, and I think it's something to do with the weekend, isn't it?" "I'm not aware of this weekend thing, Richard. What is it?" "Oh, well, Richard was perplexed. He had assumed Bastet knew everything, and it was a bit of a shock that he had to explain to this amazing creature about something so ordinary as a weekend. He carried on as best he could, explaining to the bewildered green cat about going to work, and school, and the fact that humans took a couple of welcome days off every 5 days. The Topiary Cat listened intently, and then shook its leafy head. "How strange. Humans never cease to astound me. Thank you for explaining that so clearly. Now, Falcon, is that what you mortals call an acronym? The initials simply stand for Farmers and Landowners Conference, that is all. I need to speak to Baba before that happens." "I'll let him know straight away. I'll get my mother to phone him." He could tell that the telephone was another human concept that Bastet didn't really understand, but he let that go for now. He turned and had already headed for the front door when the Topiary Cat called after him. "By the way, Richard, why not call me TTC? That is also an acronym for the Topiary Cat." "I don't think you should call me by my goddess name. It is disrespectful and inappropriate for me in this guise." Richard called out from the hallway while he wiped his shoes on the mat by the door. Mummy, I think you've talked to my Topiary Cat, haven't you?" Mummy rushed to meet him in the hall, looking quite flustered. "Yes, dear, I was out in the front garden doing a bit of weeding. I'd neglected it because I was so busy painting. I was looking up at its face, because after what you told me I was curious to know if it could possibly be true. I couldn't believe it when those beautiful eyes opened and it spoke." She told Richard how friendly the giant cat seemed, and showed pleasure that she was recording such momentous events through her extraordinary paintings. The Topiary Cat had urged her to show these works to a wider audience, so Katie resolved to hold an exhibition of her work and ensure that visitors would be aware of the motivation for the images. She neglected to mention that the green cat also said such lovely things about her son that she glowed with pride. Mummy, the Topiary cat wants to speak to Baba. Will you phone him and let him know, please? Don't miss the next chapter of The Topiary Cat, read by Richard Saunders.